You're supposed to be getting us out of that horrible, horrible war that we're very much involved in with Russia and Ukraine. You could do that. You could do that very easily. I believe you could do that very. I don't believe he could do it because he's just incompetent.
I've not been this excited ever! Oh, yeah, Mug Club, baby! Wow!
The replatforming begins now. Join Mug Club and get 1 month free with promo code ALEX at jonescrowder.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Infowars.com band.video. We'll be welcoming Christina Bobb to the program momentarily. I want to go to this video first from the Tucker Carlson interview. I thought this was, in a way, sort of the best part in that it so distinguishes Donald Trump from any of his competitors, which is sad because all that he's showing here is that he has some modicum of human decency and respect for his fellow human beings. And so it's him talking about how we need to stop the war in Ukraine. We'll go to clip 11 here. It's about 11 minutes into the interview that he says this about the war in Ukraine. Let's watch. Okay, well, we'll pull that up in just a second. So clip 11 started at 11:28 is the time code. Let me know when you have that. So, and this goes into what we were saying yesterday about how InfoWars hasn't had to change our position on things like the war in Iraq, because even as a young man in high school watching it, I felt for the people of Iraq. You can talk about geopolitics all you want. At the end of the day, the people suffering and dying from this are innocent and don't deserve it. And Trump actually seems to recognize that too. Here's the clip.
You're supposed to be getting us out of that horrible, horrible war that we're very much involved in with Russia and Ukraine. You could do that. You could do that very easily. I believe you could do that very. I don't believe he could do it because he's just incompetent. But that's a war that should end immediately, not because of one side or the other, because hundreds of thousands of people are being killed. Can you imagine you're in an apartment house and rockets are going into that building and blowing it up and knocking it down? And who can, why should anybody, human beings, these are human, whether they're Russian or Ukrainian or whatever they are, it's got to be stopped. And it can be stopped very easily. It would have never started. If I were president, it would have never started.
So back to
there's his answer to, why he doesn't think Joe Biden is good. This comes immediately following him mocking Joe Biden for not being able to walk on the sand, and yet he's always on the beach. He can't pick up beach chairs. It was just a good interview. And I get that some people don't like how brash Trump is. I understand that, and I can sympathize with it a little bit. But, isn't the character that's revealed a little bit more important? Sure, he makes fun of Joe Biden. Who doesn't? The man is a laughingstock. It's like a daily occurrence on this show to mock his physical and mental collapse happening in real time. But even if you don't like that, isn't his lack of respectability sort of nothing compared to the fact that he actually seems to care about his fellow human being, that he doesn't see war as just some useful profit motive, or that he doesn't think that sending hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians into the meat grinder of Russian defenses somehow good or necessary or in any way required to have American sovereignty. Or, he just cuts through the crap and gets right to the heart of it. So this is a horrible thing, and it should be stopped as quickly as possible. It doesn't mean that you give up, and it doesn't mean that you surrender, and it doesn't mean that you let the strong men of the world just run roughshod over you. But it means that you prioritize peace, you prioritize human life, you actually value and care about human beings no matter where they're from. And is that not totally unique on the political stage? It's not everybody else talk about war and just the brutality and murder that's taking place in the most sterile and kind of disgusting way. It's like it doesn't bother them. They don't even consider it. It's all just moves on a chessboard to them, when the reality is people are being maimed and killed over there petty international squabbles. So no matter what you think about Donald Trump, can we not agree that peace should be the priority and that Donald Trump seems to be the only one even discussing that, except for Vivek to some extent, but even he doesn't have just that innate morality that Trump seems to evince. All right, we'll be back with Christina Bobb, folks. Don't go anywhere. It's the American Journal.
Alex Jones here in the next 60 seconds with some very exciting announcements. Vitamin Mineral Fusion is a bestseller. It's an amazing product. All the key amino acids, all the essential vitamins, all the essential minerals. That means everything you need to live and be healthy in one tasty, delicious powder that you put in a pitcher, mix up, drink in the morning, lunch, nighttime, middle of the night. It is simply amazing, and it empowers your immune system in your whole body. It's back in stock, discounted at InfoWarsStore.com. You can get 10% off for signing up for auto ship. We got double Patriot points. That's 10% off on your next order right now. All of that is available at InfoWarsStore.com. Things like 3,000 milligrams CBD oil that just does over-the-top things for your neurological system, your joints, your bones, and so much more. Try it. I know you're going to love it, and it funds the InfoWar. Also, try the 1,000 milligram salve for your joints and bones. It's under the private label Rebels In at InfoWarsStore.com. Check it out. So many other great products. Go to InfoWarsStore.com right now.